You never know what goes on within some of India's most haunted locations after sundown, whether it's screams or silent disappearances. They can be found everywhere, even in the picturesque hills of Udi, the middle of Rajasthan's dry desert, crammed into the busy streets of Mumbai and Delhi, Pune, Nizami Hyderabad, and even the commercial state of Gujarat. Here are some of India's most eerie locations and what they have in store for you to aid in your choosing. So that being said, as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy rest the video. Number 1. Writers' Building, Kolkata. According to legend, this area once served as a graveyard for the clerks who were housed in ancient Fort William, long before the red brick building of today occupied Writers' Building and before even thatch roof dwellings were present here. Old Fort William, erected by the British East India Company in colonial Calcutta, was a symbol of thriving trade. This fort was constructed in 1696 as a bastion around which the city started to take shape when the company acquired trading rights in Bengal. Security personnel at this location frequently report repeated disturbances, curiously windless nights of icy calm, and agonizing cries of persons they look for but never locate. Many people think that all stems from the room where 3 Indian revolutionaries named Dinesh, Badal, and Binay murdered Captain Simpson of the East India Company. Whatever the source, it is bad enough that every day before sundown, the personnel in this 300-year-old structure must depart. Number 2. Kalpatli Cemetery, Bengaluru. In this cemetery, a supernatural being is seen strolling over the grounds in the open, as if a land full of the dead resting in their graves weren't enough. A man-like figure has been spotted here in the middle of the night, according to numerous guests. This figure disappears into thin air when confronted. Some people reported they could not breathe because of how heavy the air was around the graves. Could that be a mental figment of the mind, or a feeling of suffocation, like being in a grave? Number 3. Shaniwarwada, Pune. This house, which was constructed in 1732 in Peshwa Bajirao I's honor, is claimed to have witnessed several instances of unrequited love, betrayal, and treachery. Narayanarao, the 5th Peshwa in power at the time, was assassinated in 1773 at the behest of his uncle Raghunathrao and Aunt Anandabai. People claim that Narayanarav's ghost can be heard yelling, "Uncle save me, Kaka Mala Wachawa." A significant fire broke out inside the royal complex in February 1828 and burned for 7 days. It's also reported that the fortress is still inhabited by the ghosts of those who perished in the fire. Number 4. Kuldhara, Rajasthan. A tourist ad in Rajasthan a few years back caused quite a stir when haunted tourism came to the fore in an ad for Kuldhara. Until then, it was known as one of the most haunted places in India. The chief minister of Jaisalmer at the time, Salim Singh, took notice of the village chief's daughter. The whole village packed up and left, so as not to tarnish their honor and avoid the minister's wrath. The gates to Kuldhara are closed after sunset, but tourists can visit during the day. Number 5. Agrasen Ki Bauli, New Delhi. It is thought that King Agrasen constructed this historical step well, which is 60 meters long and 15 meters wide and is situated on Delhi's Haley Road. Ghost hunters contend that as you descend the well's 108 steep stairs, the intensity of supernatural energies gradually gets stronger. Visitors claim to have sensed a powerful, frightening presence here, and the locals think the water has supernatural abilities that tempt people to jump in and end their lives. Number 6. Fernhill Hotel, Tamil Nadu. This Udi vacation spot has a filmic past. This historic building, constructed in 1844, gained notoriety in 2002. Raz, a Bollywood horror film, was shot here during this time. According to the legend, the choreographer and a few dancers were unable to sleep one night during the shoot because of the noise of furniture being moved in the room above them. They were startled to learn that there was no floor above when they complained to the receptionist the following morning. They were overheard noting that the hotel is among the most eerie places they have ever seen in India. Publicity gimmick? Let us know in the comments. Number 7. Mukesh Mills, Maharashtra. Mumbai is one of India's most spooky cities as well. This mill in Mumbai's Colaba neighborhood was constructed in the 1870s, was once a hive of activity before it was forced to close in 1982 due to a strike. A few months later, the mill had an unexplained fire that left it in a ruinous state. Following this, several television programs, commercials, and films have been filmed here. Actors have reportedly backed out of shoots due to paranormal experiences, misplaced items, and even spiritual possession. Number 8. Bhangarh Fort, Rajasthan. According to the first, a certain Emperor Madho Singh approached a hermit named Baba Balu Nath who lived on a hill in the city for permission to construct a fort. If this didn't happen, the city would fall into ruin, and it did. Ratnavati, the stunning princess of Bhangarh, once captured the heart of a wizard. The wizard changed the adder the princess was purchasing at the bazaar one day into a love potion so she would develop an affection for him. The elixir was however thrown upon a large boulder in the area once the princess realized the wizard's deception. As a result, the rock began to descend in the direction of the wizard, crushing him. People say they have heard screams coming from the fort and think that anyone who enters after sundown doesn't make it out alive. Number 9. Dumas Beach, Gujarat. The beach in Surat, one of India's most haunted locations, is well known for its black sand and silver seas and is thought to have previously been utilized as a burial cemetery. Folklore has it that the ashes from the bodies that were burned here are what gave the area we now refer to as a beach its dark hue. There have been cases where weird objects have appeared in beach photos and when dead bodies have appeared with their tongues hanging out for no apparent biological cause. Number 10. Srinagar's haunted house, Jammu and Kashmir. An abandoned home between Gurez and Srinagar is well known among the locals for spewing shoes out of its windows. Anybody you speak to will tell you that Abdullah the Jinn's ghost inhabits the cottage. According to eyewitness accounts, anyone who entered the house would soon notice their shoes being thrown outside. The house had no human occupants, and no one had been observed entering it prior to or following the arrival of these intrepid travelers. Strange noises may be heard coming from inside, and it has been observed that anyone who enters the house ends up getting sick. Hope you liked the video. For more such videos, please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon.